Hold on to your lab coats, folks. Did you know that scientists can now tinker with the very building blocks of life? It's true. We're talking about genetic engineering, the cutting-edge science that lets us modify an organism's genes. It's like having a microscopic word processor for DNA, making changes to the code that determines everything from eye color to susceptibility to diseases. We're on the verge of a genetic revolution, people. As it stands, we seem capable of completely erasing inherited diseases from existence, grow organs in a lab, and perhaps even give ourselves superpowers. Okay, maybe not superpowers, but we can dream, right? This technology is so powerful, it makes my bow tie spin. But before we all jump on the gene editing bandwagon, there are some serious questions we need to ponder. It's not all sunshine and roses, folks. There are thorns on those genetically modified flowers. So, buckle up, buttercups, while we dive into the exciting, perplexing, and sometimes downright scary world of genetic engineering. Let's start with the good news. Genetic engineering has the potential to revolutionize healthcare as we know it. Think about us living without diseases such as cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, or Huntington's disease. We're talking about curing some of the most devastating diseases on Earth, guys. And it's not just science fiction anymore. In 2012, a young girl named Emily Whitehead made history by becoming the first child to be successfully treated for leukemia using gene editing technology called CAR T-cell therapy. Scientists took Emily's own immune cells, modified them in the lab to recognize and attack cancer cells, and then injected them back into her body. And guess what? It worked. Emily's cancer went into remission, and she's been cancer-free ever since. Emily's story is a beacon of hope, a testament to the incredible power of genetic engineering to alleviate human suffering. And she's not alone. There are countless other success stories emerging from labs around the world. Gene therapy trials for blindness, muscular dystrophy, and even HIV are showing promising results. Okay, time for a reality check. As amazing as these advancements are, we can't ignore the potential downsides of tinkering with the very essence of life. It's like giving a toddler a loaded water gun. Sure, it's fun and games until someone gets an eye poked out. One big concern is the potential for unintended consequences. Remember the law of unintended consequences? Yeah, well, it applies to genetic engineering too. We're still learning about the complexities of the human genome, and even a small, well-intentioned tweak could have unforeseen ripple effects. Take the case of the genetically modified mosquitoes released in Brazil in 2015. The goal was noble: to curb the spread of dengue fever. Scientists engineered male mosquitoes to carry a gene that would kill their offspring before they could reach adulthood and transmit the disease. Sounds like a good plan, right? Well, it backfired. Some of the modified mosquitoes survived and interbred with the wild population, creating a new, more resilient breed of mosquito that's even harder to control. Oops! This is just one example of how genetic engineering can go awry, even with the best of intentions. And then there are the ethical dilemmas, but we'll get to those later. So where does that leave us? With a big fat question mark hanging over the future of genetic engineering, that's where. On one hand, we have the potential to cure diseases, alleviate suffering, and extend human lifespan. On the other hand, we risk unleashing unforeseen consequences, creating ethical dilemmas, and potentially even exacerbating existing inequalities. It's like trying to juggle chainsaws while riding a unicycle. It's exciting, it's terrifying, and it requires a whole lot of skill and careful consideration. We need to proceed with caution, folks, balancing the potential benefits with the potential risks. We need to have open and honest conversations about the ethical implications, establish clear guidelines and regulations, and invest in rigorous research to minimize unintended consequences. Remember that movie Gattaca, where people's lives were predetermined by their genetic makeup? It seemed like pure science fiction back then, but guess what? The future is now. With the advent of CRISPR technology, gene editing has become faster, cheaper, and more accessible than ever before. We're talking about a potential game changer. But with great power comes great responsibility, as they say. As it stands, parents can choose their baby's eye color, height, and even intelligence. Sounds like something out of a dystopian novel, right? Well, it's not as far-fetched as you might think. In 2018, a Chinese scientist shocked the world by claiming to have created the first genetically modified babies, twin girls whose genes he had edited to make them resistant to HIV. The international scientific community was outraged, and for good reason. This was a clear violation of ethical boundaries, a dangerous leap into uncharted territory. The incident sparked a global debate about the ethics of human germline editing, that is, making changes to genes that can be passed down to future generations. The potential for genetic engineering to improve human health is undeniable, but as we've seen, there are also significant risks and ethical concerns that cannot be ignored. So what can we do about it? First and foremost, we need to pump the brakes on any attempts at human germline editing. This is a line we shouldn't cross, at least not until we have a much better understanding of the potential consequences. We need to invest in research, develop robust ethical guidelines, and foster international collaboration to ensure that genetic engineering is used responsibly and ethically. The future of genetic engineering is not predetermined. It's not a foregone conclusion. It's up to us, folks, to decide how this powerful technology will be used. Will it be a force for good, a tool to alleviate suffering and improve human health? Or will it be a Pandora's box, unleashing a cascade of unintended consequences and ethical dilemmas? The choice is ours. We can't afford to sit back and let others make these decisions for us. We need to be informed, engaged, and proactive. Read up on the science, stay informed about the latest developments, and engage in thoughtful discussions about the ethical implications of genetic engineering. Talk to your friends, family, and elected officials. Let your voices be heard. We stand at a crossroads, folks. The path ahead is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The future of humanity is inextricably intertwined with the future of genetic engineering. Will it be a miracle cure or catastrophic chaos? The answer, my friends, is up to us. Let's choose wisely. Subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share this video. See you on the next one.